Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You are still watching Biography Central. Grammy Award-winning Queen of Soul and the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Aretha Louis Franklin. If you are a fan, please smash the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Aretha Franklin was born on March 25, 1942 in Memphis, Tennessee, United States. She died on August 16, 2018 in Detroit, Michigan. She was an American singer who defined the golden age of soul music of the 1960s. Aretha's mother, Barbara, was a gospel singer and a pianist. Her father, C.L. Franklin, presided over the New Bethel Baptist Church of Detroit in Michigan. He was also a minister of national influence. Her father was also a singer. He was noted for his brilliant sermons, many of which were recorded by Chess Records. Aretha's parents separated when she was 6 years old and she remained with her dad in Detroit. Her mother died when she was 10 years old. As a young teen, Aretha performed with her father on his gospel programs in major cities throughout the country and was recognized as a vocal prodigy. A central influence, Clara Ward, of the renowned world singers, was a family friend. Other gospel greats of the day, Albertina Walker and Jackie Vandell, helped shape young Franklin's style. Her album, The Gospel Style of Aretha Franklin, 1956, captures the electricity of her performances as a 14-year-old child. At age 18, with her father's blessings, Franklin switched from sacred music to secular music. She moved to New York City, where Columbia Records executive John Hammond, who had signed Count Basie and Billie Holiday, arranged a recording contract and supervised sessions, highlighting her in a blue jazz vein. From that first session, Today I Sing Blues, 1960, remains a classic. Her Detroit friends who were signed into Motown label enjoyed it after hit. Franklin struggled to achieve crossover success. Columbia Records placed her with a variety of producers who marketed her to both adults. If Ever You Should Leave Me, 1963, and Teens Soulfield, 1964. Without targeting any particular genre, she sang everything from Broadway ballads to youth-oriented rhythm and blues. Critics recognized her talent, but the public remained lukewarm until 1966 when she switched to Atlantic Records, where producer Jerry Wexler allowed her to sculpt her own musical identity. At Atlantic Records, Franklin returned to her gospel blue roots, and the results were sensational. I Never Loved a Man the Way I Loved You, 1967, recorded at Fame Studios in Florence, Alabama, was her first million seller. Surrounded by sympathetic musicians playing spontaneous arrangements and devising the background vocals herself, Franklin refined a style associated with Ray Charles, a rousing mixture of gospel and rhythm and blues, and raised it to a new height. As a civil rights-minded nation lent greater support to Black urban music, Franklin was crowned the Queen of Soul. Respect, a 1967 cover of Otis Redding's spirited composition, became an anthem operating on personal, sexual, and racial levels. Think, 1968, which Franklin wrote herself, also had more than one meaning. For the next half-dozen years, she became a hitmaker of unprecedented proportions. She was Lady Soul. In the early 1970s, she triumphed at the Fillmore West in San Francisco before an audience of flower children and on whirlwind tours of Europe and Latin America. Amazing Grace, 1972, a live recording of her performance with a choir at the New Temple Ministry Baptist Church in Los Angeles, is considered as one of the great gospel albums of any era. By the late 1970s, disco cramped Franklin's style and eroded her popularity. But in 1982, with help of singer-songwriter-producer Luther Vandross, she was back on top with a new label, Arista, and a new dance hit, Jump to It, followed by Freeway of Love, 1985. A reluctant interviewee, Franklin kept her private life private, claiming that the popular perception associating her with the unhappiness of singers Bessie Smith and Billie Holiday was misinformed. In 1987, Franklin became the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In addition, she received the Kennedy Center honor in 1994. a National Medal of Art in 1999, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2005. While her album sales in the 90s and 2000s failed to approach the number of previous decades, Franklin remained the Queen of Soul. In 2009, she electrified a crowd of more than 1 million people with a performance of My Country Is of Thee at the presidential inauguration of Barack Obama. A rendition of Carole King's You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman during the Kennedy Center Honor Ceremony in 2015 was no less breathtaking. The documentary Amazing Grace, which chronicles a recording of the 1972 album, premiered in 2018. Thanks for watching, guys. Until I come your way next on my next video, peace out.